Okay, hello. So, um, this is an unofficial tutorial meant for people who are trying to use the Articy or Unity and in ways that they want to edit their own narrative design stuff. So, if you follow the Articy draft importer for Unity tutorials from the official Articy channel, you did everything that they told you and ended up with a project that is looking pretty much like. So you have a branching dialogue. You can go to this NPC, press E. In your case, it might be space. I changed the interact key to E because I guess that makes more sense compared to space. Anyway, and you have this branched dialogue option. And this is taken from the Articy project, the tutorial Articy project that is also included in the Articy tutorial series from YouTube or the Articy website. Sorry, I'm not actually reading through this. I'm just, playing around with them. And here's the thing. This is all good. And if this is what you've done, on here, you can open into imported tutorial. And this is also mentioned in the official tutorial. You can go edit stuff here any way you like. And then re-export it to the same file. And then let me make sure this is the one. Here, say save. This is in Turkish. And it should edit these 3 dots. But, this is a project on its own. It's probably got nothing to do with the actual project that you want to do yourself. So, what happens when you want to start over a new project? Use everything you did during this tutorial. And this is where I was when I was trying to sort out how I can come up with my own narrative design project using Articy with Unity. So here is how it goes. Reset my end. I close this on Unity Hub. I go show it on the Explorer. I make a copy of it. Takes a little while. Obviously, it all depends on your system. I change its name, obviously, to understand what is going on. Articy, or let's name this something. Tutorial Unofficial. And I edit to Unity again, i.e. this is tutorial unofficial. Okay, and we got the exact same project, just under a different name. Now what we want to do is we want to import our own project. I'm gonna close this. No, I don't need to save anything. It's pretty much the same thing. And I open my own project. Yeah. It is something incomplete that I was just working on. But it'll do for now. And whatever your project is, it doesn't really matter. Because the project I was working on has got nothing to do with this tutorial. Okay, now if you try to to export it here, it is just going to export the previous project, this one. the Unity importer tutorial will be exported again with the updated stuff if you change that. If you want to export this one, you need to go here, export, find the Articy tutorial Unofficial or whatever you're doing, and go to assets and export it again. But if you do this, Unity is going to crash because that will be two different Articy projects imported into Unity project. If you want to export your Unity project and have it work and replace the other one, you need to delete some stuff. Start with this simple export file. If it is not here, and it is supposed to be in the assets, but you can go to tools and find Articy draft export file. You delete it, then you go to Articy importer. It is also supposed to be in assets. You go to content and you delete resources. You might have noticed that the resources file is still here. It is because it will be needed still, so Unity doesn't really allow you to delete it when you have the Articy plugin imported to Unity. Same goes for generated. We got all these files in here. They're from, so that you can see this better. They are for Articy Unity importer tutorial. So these files belong to that project, but we don't want them here. We want our files for our project. So we also delete the generated one. This is going to cause some errors to appear. Don't worry, it's going to be fine once we're done with this. But as you may notice, we still have the generated file as well. We no longer have project imported from Articy on Unity. So we go back to Articy and export manually from Articy, not on Unity. Find the Articy tutorial Unofficial or whatever file we named it. We go to assets and now once we do that, we're still going to have some errors here. I'm going to explain to you why in a moment. It's going to say import failed, don't worry about that. Now, in your scripts, if you were following along with the original tutorial, in the dialog manager, you're going to see it is still using Articy Unity importer tutorial here, but we don't want that one. We want for this one, my project name was left in title. It should appear down there. Once you save it and go back to Unity, okay? Everything should be fine. Now you have a new updated Articy import. And to make sure you can check the database, actually, you need to import it again here. Sure. And voila. You have it here now. Yeah, this is all I had in that project. Nothing much. Now, let's try to use that on our characters. Let's find a dialogue. Don't have much, like I said, but it should work just fine. And here we go. We have a whole different character with a whole different lineup of dialogues. So, this is pretty much how one can exchange the old Articy import and replace it with their own if they follow the official tutorial, the Articy YouTube channel or website. If you have any further questions, if you think I failed to explain anything as thoroughly as I should have, please let me know in the comments. This is the first time I'm doing something like this. So there will be mistakes, I'm sure. And yeah, this is pretty much it on my end. Thank you for watching. Thanks for Articy not sponsoring this video, but having created one of the most versatile narrative design tools that I worked with. It might be overwhelming at first if you're not familiar with programming or with Unity Engine. I'm not a programmer myself. I don't have much experience with C#. But if you spend enough time messing around with it, eventually you start learning stuff. So, again, thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, if this was useful for you, I don't know, like and subscribe, I guess. That seems to be the drill. Anyway, thank you, and have a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are.